Hey guys, Miguel here, and welcome back to part 2 of taking a look back at the history of Six Flags Over Georgia. Back in the day, there used to be a lot of things that were different here at Six Flags Over Georgia, from 1967 all the way to the current day. You can see this area that is now the metropolis area of the park looked a lot different. We're going to take a look back at the past. As you can see, in this area, you guys think right here, right now, that Justice League Battle for Metropolis is behind me. But if I turn around right here, you can see things are different. You can see cotton popping balloons. You can see dog days. There's Dodge City bumper cars. There's a lot of different things as I pan back here. But back to reality of today's day and age. Let's continue to take a look back at the past to see where we are going. Join me, why won't you? As you can see a line in this picture right here, this was a picture taken in 1970 of Naylor's Plantation. But before then, in 1967, for the first year of Six Flags Over Georgia's operation, this restaurant that is known as JB's now was called the Lacey Restaurant. But after the first season, it became Naylor's Plantation all the way until 1976, when this location changed to the Plantation House. You can see things are pretty much the same, but the whole walkway area right there, the bushes are a little bit different, as they were shorter beforehand and they matched the outline of it. Just had benches lined up along there, as you can see right next to the gentleman walking by. But again, this was 1970 when this was taken. But as you can see, this new location, it's known as mentioned as JB's now. But in 2009, it was called Big Mo's. But then in 2016, for the whole new revamp, it became what is known as JB Sports Bar and Grill, as you can see right there, right now. Pretty cool. Our next location brings us to Strutter's, what is known as Strutter's new for 2019, but back in the day, it was known as the Black Friar. But then later on, it became the Whistlin' Dixie. But you guys might remember more so recently when it was known as Panda Express. But now, like I mentioned, from 2019 till the current day, it is now Strutter's. I like the old location. You can see the pathway is different now, as it's more open this day and age. But beforehand, when it was the Black Friar, it was an open building. It was open seating where you walked right in and you just enjoyed yourself and sat down. I really like that old layout, but you know, things are different nowadays. So here you have Twisted Cyclone, but before it was the Georgia Cyclone. Even more so before that, the Hanson cars. No, the Hanson cars were not always located where you think now, near Carousel Hill. If you can see right here in the picture, Hanson cars were located right here. You can see and tell things are a little bit different, but they did change up the building structure where you enter Twisted Cyclone now. They took away that little peak right there where it said Hanson cars there prior. And then also, the gift shop was a little bit different there before. The building infrastructure looks very similar as it was before, but they did change up things. And then obviously, they've added the umbrellas out here for Johnny Rockets, which makes it look different. And then the pavement is also different, as I showed in the last video, part 1, with Georgia Cyclone. Very cool. Before Johnny Rockets came here, this location used to be home of Tondi's Tavern. You can see where the sign was just right there, along with the entranceway, and then you can see the peak of the building right there. But it is now Johnny Rockets. Our next location brings us to where the new mask-free break zone area is. It is pretty much abandoned and nothing is here. But as you can see, it's lined up in this photo right here. You can see where Bugs Bunny World Theater was located. You can see it had the big Spanish theme back then. This picture is perfectly aligned with where I'm filming now. You can see the location right there. You can see the sidewalk turns, and then also the overhead area right there. But back in the day, it used to have stadium status seating. And then to walk in, you go straight in right there, and the archway was overhead that said Bugs Bunny World Theater, which is really cool. But that ended in 2015 when this whole area got a revamp for 2016. But let's go back a little bit further when this was known as the Animal Theater from 1975 to 1979. But from 1980 to 1983, this was known as the Character Theater. And then later on in 1984 to 85, it was the Hallmark's characters, the Shirt Tales, took the stage. But from 1986 to 1987, Bill Clary's Magic Show was here. But it's also located, if I'm not mistaken, back where the Gotham City area is located. But then later on in 1988, the Looney Tunes Theater took over. Until the end of 1993 and into 1994, became the Bugs Bunny World Theater, all the way till 2015. It's just defunct now and is a mask-free break zone area right here. Crazy. What is known now as Tweety's Twee House used to be called the Seville Swings. Everything changed after 2016, but this lasted all the way till 2015. You can see the fence is a different color. They added the shrubbery right here that's blocking the outline of the building back there, the infrastructure, but now it is a mini drop tower. But to go back a little bit further to Swing Seville in 1989, which was a miniature circular swing, it later on changed to Tweety Swing in 1990, all the way to 2015, when this whole area, as mentioned prior, was changed in 2016 to what you see still to this day. Did you guys know there used to be a ride located in here, in the arcade area, in between the Justice Friends area and Bugs Bunny Boomtown? The Toro Toro sign used to hang right there. If you can see, it looks exactly the same color scheme. This is where the arcade area is, where the Joker Funhouse coaster is. You can see it lines up perfectly with the light right there, and the pole structure is all the same. Toro Toro sign hung up right there, and the ride was straight ahead in the corner. It used to be located right here in this corner where all the arcade systems are right here. You can still see the pole that is located there. And if you can see at the top, you can see the L shape right there. And then there were doors that behind those machines right there. But it used to be right here, a little swing around, little bull ride for little kids, Toro Toro. So I had to just touch on this again from part 1 of this. This is where the location of the horror cave was, as you can see matched up right there. But as you can see dropping right now in front of us, there's a coaster there now. But there was a giant gaping mouth there back in the day, and you can see lined up right there behind the giant mouth, the giant face, the buildings a little bit different, as they've made room and cut out a chunk from there to make room for the coaster. But you can see in the photo, people were sitting right there dining behind the giant head. But right here in front of me, around here, you can see the tombstones and the entrance right there to the horror cave. Also, I did a whole video on the history and the dynamic of this walkthrough attraction, which was a permanent walkthrough attraction here at Six Flags Over Georgia. I highly encourage you guys check it out. It was a really good video to make, and also I think you guys would enjoy it. Things look a lot different with the upper right corner. You see Goliath going up there, but you can see what is now known as Macho Nacho used to be known as Gaslight on the Green. You can see in this photo right here, the trees have grown in that you can see right there, and it used to be an open seating. Now it is open to the left right there, as you can see the left side of the building, but it used to be fully open where you would go inside and have all the outside deck seating, and then just enjoy some wonderful food with some cool chandeliers, as you can see in the old photo, as it's matched up perfectly where I'm standing today. And you could just enjoy a wonderful, tasty meal. So as mentioned, this was known as Gaslight on the Green. That name stayed the same till 2003, but in 2004, the name changed to El Jalapeno Jr., which was an ironic and funny name, till the end of the 2006 season. But in 2007, it got a name change yet again to Los Banderas, and stayed that way till 2012. Where what you see now, it is Macho Nacho. And even during Holiday in the Park, it's usually deemed as Mrs. Claus's Kitchen. Located here in this pathway, straight ahead right there, used to be a little shop right in between the pathway here. If you can see, in the left was the Last Chance Souvenir Shop, or also known as the Spindletop, which was a whole ride in itself, but the Wooden Nickel Sign Shop in the Lick Skillet area right here, which straight ahead with this structure right here is now known as the Scream Punk District. As this photo was taken in 1979, you can see in the right side of the photo, that little vehicle thing was there, but now it's located over there, themed towards steampunk themed for Pandemonium. But before, there used to be a little sign shop right here to the right of the Sky Buckets and to the left of the Spindletop. Hey, check that out. Looks familiar? As shown in that picture last, it was located right over there on the corner. But now, it's right here with Pandemonium. Look at this shot right here. Just spectacular. But this was put here for 2019 season for the new Pandemonium. In 2005, Skull Island Water Park was added to my right, which was the Cotton States Exposition, and just over the horizon there, as it is a beautiful day, used to be the Southern Star Amphitheater. But later on, things changed to Six Flags Hurricane Harbor, as you can see right ahead of us. There used to be a giant skull right there where the sign of Hurricane Harbor is, and the skull that is still up there, still to this day, the eyes used to light up, which was a really cool effect in this really fun highly themed play area, but it has all these slides, a different like shop right there. But yeah, usually that area back there at Hurricane Harbor is open later on in the season when it's a lot warmer than it is right now today. It's kind of a blurry picture, but here at the Rayburn Gap train station for Holiday in the Park, as you can see right now, is the North Pole Post Office. But back in the day, did you know that there used to be a seating area right here, as you can see in the photo? You used to be able to sit there and just relax, like before you got on the train or just in general around the park, which is very cool. Also, cool thing, fun fact, this little train right there used to be Thomas the Train, Thomas the Engine right there. That used to be back in Thomastown. Has a whole new facelift and looks different, as you can see in the front. No Thomas the Train face, but just wanted to throw that in there too as well. So if you enjoyed the video, you can support the channel via Patreon, where we have all new live streams and exclusive content and giveaways that are dedicated to the patrons on the exclusive Miguel the Annual Passholder Patreon page. And also, if you like looking nice, you can support the channel via our merchandise shop at annualpassholder.shop. You can find amazing t-shirts and hoodies, such as this one, that you guys can purchase for the low. And feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn it from red to gray, and like this video if you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much, and have a thrilling day.